we just start the show, dog.
All right, let's go.
We have no plan.
We weren't gonna even introduce our guests.
Yeah.
Don't
Introduce him now. That's your time.
I should lay low. I should continue to be under the radar. I'm in exile.
Is this your first public appearance?
No.
By the way, it's not very public. No one listens to the show.
No one listens to this. I mean, I'll post it and see if it'll probably get people interested. Be like, oh, what's he gonna say?
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
We're talking about
Not much
mechanical
to
bees.
report.
We were talking about
before this.
Kanye West's army of mechanical bees. I think is a good idea because, as they pollinate the flowers, they can also fight crime.
That's beautiful.
So that documentary, right? We were just talking about that.
Genius.
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
JEEN-YUHS.
Yeah, and what is it? So it's 3 parts, right?
It's coming out weekly, so I think they've released the first 2.
And what platform is this?
Netflix.
I do that every time I play.
No, because they had that Kanye.
It's sort of like Law and Order.
Yeah,
You
it's
just-
so
like-
similar.
Yeah.
I was saying, I asked because they had that Kanye documentary dropped 3 years ago for Apple TV only.
Oh.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
another documentary?
Yeah, it was produced and directed by Kanye for Apple TV.
Wow.
I never found him that interesting.
He texted somebody that Apple pulled out of a deal because I've been following Kanye's Instagram vividly, very closely.
Do you think Skeet pulls out of Kim?
I don't think at all.
I don't think he can come.
Why?
Well, that's a thing with antidepressants.
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
well,
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that's the difference between me and Skeet and Kanye and Skeet.
You can come over anything.
Because Skeet is on all these different medications, SSRIs and the like. When you got bipolar, all they put you on is lithium, and my dick works fine. In fact, what I was on was an SSRI, Lexapro. I couldn't come for
hours,
it didn't matter who I was inside
But could
of,
you
man
stay
or
hard?
woman.
Wait, on Loxapro, could you stay hard?
I could get hard. I could be hard during sex, but my mind would not be with it, and I just couldn't come really.
I know it's hard
That's
to do.
a good tip.
Get a fucking word in.
No, that's a good strategy. Take Lexapro if you got to go to full round to make your bitch come.
What are you
To make your bitch come.
You
All
talk
right,
like
you've
these, like,
been
fucking
listening to too
high-value-
much Kanye.
Yeah.
Okay.
You talk like these high value men.
You talk
Yeah.
like what's that podcast? The Fresh and
Fit guys.
podcast.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm not worried about lasting long in bed.
I'm not talking about lasting long. I'm talking about lasting long enough to make her get off.
I don't care
It
about
doesn't
her.
take that long, Mateo.
I read an year and it takes a woman like 5 hours, 50
5
minutes.
hours?
50 minutes.
50 minutes?
Mateo's a
15 minutes.
Mateo's
of
a
just-
charitable lover.
Yeah, because he pays for it.
I've never done it. I've never
There's
done
a
that.
tip for you.
I've never done
You
it.
never paid for sex?
No.
I have.
I know. We all seen the clip.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not a porn clip. It's a Legion of Skanks clip.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What'd you do?
I fucked a Russian hooker.
What on
Nice.
Legion of Skanks?
Yes, on air. Yeah, lost to the sands of time that episode. No. I went.
like fuck a hooker.
I found a hooker on Eros and went to Midtown and had sex with her.
That's not bad.
That's not. What's that?
Who cares?
Why are you?
What are you
shaming
talking-
him
why are
for
you
that?
judging Dolphin?
Shaming him? I'm just saying I've never done it. I don't care if he does it.
Plus, you would
How much was the Russian hooker?
Like
I
$1,000.
gotta go into that.
A lot.
He said it was
Yeah,
$1,000.
It was not $1,000.
No.
It was less than that. But
I'm gonna say $750.
You're close.
I go to the Asian massage parlors.
I've done that
a
too.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
$160. Fuck that.
Right?
And fucking just
And you get a massage.
and do dirty shit to them too.
You get a full massage, and then she tickles your nuts and says, "You want?" And then you go, "Oh, I want."
They can do this. They can do,
we treat these women like Harvey Weinstein.
right.
Yeah.
Why?
Star.
I used to go a couple years ago. And I was very fat. And I would like feel like Harvey Weinstein because
fat
I would go
head.
there drunk, just repulsive. These poor women.
Yeah, no. Drop
He had
They're
one testicle.
Oh,
Yeah, but Weinstein had
no,
one
I
testicle.
have two set.
I know, I'm making a
balls,
joke.
Mateo.
2 knockers.
And then during COVID, they wear the mask, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And then you're like fucking them, and they have the mask on. They're sweating.
That's weird that you have to wear the mask with a hooker.
You feel like you're in Eyes Wide Shut.
That is odd that she's giving you a hand job, but she's like, "Hey, can you
Right.
pull that back up over your nose?"
Exactly.
Like you're on an airplane.
Like, yeah,
Right? Is she wearing gloves?
Stick
Is
your-
there...
don't cough on me, but stick your dirty dick in me. Like, it's disgusting.
She blew you?
Yeah, yeah.
That's very
Well,
Really?
Now they do.
Now it okay.
2 years ago they didn't because of COVID.
Yeah, that was part of the fucking stages of COVID.
Yeah.
Like, whores can now blow dudes. Andrew Cuomo will now allow whores to blow men.
Ladies
Massage parlors.
All right, everyone, we're rolling back the restrictions. You can now get a blow job from a hooker.
Right.
I myself have done it.
Probably,
nice.
He probably has.
It's been nice. It's nice to not have to wear a mask when you're getting a blow job from a hooker now.
I forget.
I got tired of fucking her face through a hole in the mask. What am I, a Hasi?
The other
Oh,
night,
I just got that.
the other night, I mean, yeah.
I love Mateo.
Thank
dude.
you.
It wasn't that slow of a reaction time either. You did get it. Yeah.
It was, you got it about the same. You know, we all got it.
Yeah.
I
You got, like,
I
as
thought
soon as he finished saying
I
it.
thought it, and then we all kind of got it.
Yeah.
But I love the high. Yeah, you're like the Flavor of this podcast.
I am.
The other night I went to a massage parlor, and I couldn't come. I couldn't because I was drunk. I was.
So did you pee on her?
No, I didn't pee on the woman.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
What is-
Uh,
Go ahead.
Why does
Do
your
story.
mind always go there?
Talk about how you made love.
So I kept offering her an extra $20 to blow me, because after it goes through stages, right? They blow you first, then they give you a hand job first, and then the like, do you want the hump? You know, they did that, and then they blow you, and then you fuck, and I didn't realize that this particular hooker, you can't go backwards, so I'm just like. I'm like, could you blow me? She's like, no. So I just kept offering her an extra $20. I was like, dude, I'll give you an extra 20.
Oh, you're very cheap.
Yeah. She didn't go for it though.
What do you mean you can't go
So
back?
when
And
you-
there's nothing worse than fucking paying for it and then you don't come.
So when you get to fuck them, do they just lay down and they're like, go ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can do anything you want to these broads.
They don't participate though.
No, they participate. They enjoy
Yeah?
it.
Yeah,
They
can you
have fun?
call?
I don't
Can you
think
call
they,
immigration?
I don't think they do.
They enjoy it.
Yeah, they enjoy it. Why would they do the job if they didn't
Yeah.
enjoy it?
Then when they wear the mask,
Dude, I mean, you ever go to an office?
Yeah.
This is kind of the same philosophy. It's like, goddamn, I hate this, but I gotta eat.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what. That's why.
Yeah.
I've never disliked the job.
then when they wear the mask, like during COVID, right? You all of a sudden you'll be fucking them and they'll pull down the mask and then you see how old they are. Because, you know, Asians.
Yeah, they look like
let's be honest.
Melina
you don't
from
know
Mortal
until you see the
Kombat.
bottom of their head.
Yeah.
They pull down the mask and they got sharp teeth,
Yeah,
fangs,
oh, yeah.
and their mouth opens
Yeah.
wide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't want the blowjob. Sorry,
they-
Kim.
They have that
Miss
worm-like
Kim.
tongue.
They all look like Jerry Lewis impersonating an Asian from like
Yeah.
the 60s.
Oh, you want the blowjob? Oh, so you want to suck your penis?
Is there anything more offensive than Asian, like Japanese propaganda during like the 40s? Like,
I can
you
think
ever
of two.
see those like
Yeah.
comic
I thought it
books?
Yeah.
was silly.
I mean, I'm sure there's more offensive stuff, like, you know.
No, I can think of a few.
well, like
racism.
killing them all.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that-
Yeah,
that
like
might be it?
in the internment camps themselves
Yeah,
were probably
yeah.
like more offensive.
Yeah, Godzilla's pretty offensive.
Godzilla.
The Holocaust is probably more offensive.
Oh, the Holocaust.
Then the
very.
I don't know about the Japanese.
The Holocaust is very offensive.
Well,
That's the most offensive thing you can do.
that's like
Is a Holocaust.
that is one
it's
of the
so
most
offensive. People don't even want to do
disrespectful.
it anymore.
It's so disrespectful that Hitler did that.
Yeah.
just rude, dude.
That's very disrespectful, Hitler.
Hitler, say sorry.
Yeah, Hitler, you go call your mom. All
There's
right.
about 6 million people really mad at you right now, Hitler.
I
Remember
don't.
they killed all the Jews.
I don't understand.
I
the
didn't
issue.
know. I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't understand the issue with the Holocaust. It wasn't about race.
What are you doing, Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah.
It was what was it? What was the Holocaust about? It was about like I think it was about. I mean, I guess race was the.
I think it was all about economy.
You think it was
Race?
the economy?
Yeah.
It was
I think that
race.
was the
It
main
was
thing.
race.
I mean, honestly, if you want to heal a country's economy, get rid of a significant portion of its population.
Yeah.
You just gotta pick. You just gotta pick a group.
That's a fucked up true fact.
Yeah, it's COVID, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
That's the thing, man. On the other side of COVID, like with the amount of people that have died and everything, we're gonna experience an economic boom.
Oh,
here.
absolutely. They're already predicting it.
Yeah, dude. Because now there's just not as many people. So we're about. I mean, it's about to be the '80s all over again, folks. We're gonna
love
the
the
cocaine.
80s.
The cocaine's gonna be pure again.
We're going to get a Scarface
We,
remake.
We're gonna get a Scarface
Nice.
remake.
Big hair.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac is Tony Montana.
Yeah, John Travolta's gonna go back into the closet.
John Travolta is straight again.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is back in the closet. Everyone that is gay, they're going back in the
They're
closet.
going right back.
They're
in.
going right back in, dude. Jesse Smollett.
Yeah.
He's going back to the subway.
You're gonna see him in like 2 years. You're gonna have a fat white woman next to him.
Yeah.
They're all going back in the closet.
Going
Yeah.
back in.
Can't wait for the 80s.
That's gonna be cool. Like when we're just back in the '80s and we're all pretending like it's not a bad thing.
I was on
Yeah.
the Upper East Side the other night. And I was parked. I was by what's it called? What's the V spot?
Yeah.
Right. That's Upper East Side, right? Or was it? Lower
There's a
East Side?
couple of them, but
I
I
don't
think
know.
that's the same arc.
Either way, I was on the East Side. And I was parked, and I was like looking at these apartment buildings, and like I was like, imagine all the weird gay sex that went on there during the '80s.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I already think that when I see it, like when I look up.
You
at
think
it,
about gay sex a
Let
lot.
me finish. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm in on the
Is that what they
street
said?
and I look up and see a big high rise, and one of the windows is like a purple tint.
What?
Sometimes in the Lower East Side,
Well,
you'll-
maybe you are
Hold
gay
on.
because you have an
Hold
eye
on. We
for
gotta
color.
we gotta decipher. This is a new segment on the show called "Figure Out What Mateo's Trying to Say."
okay.
I believe you're saying that purple is the gay color.
No. I'm saying like sometimes you walk around the Lower East Side and look at an apartment building, and look up at one of the windows, and one of the windows have like a purple lit filter.
They have all the colors, Mateo.
No, but
Right?
like
They're like a
flags.
rainbow.
They have all the colors.
Like a
Yeah.
gay okay, I'm with you, Mateo. They have all the colors of the rainbow.
like a Skittles.
Not only
bag.
just purple,
Yeah, like a bag of Skittles.
but I
Yeah.
agree. Purple is the gay color.
purple is either the gay color or the black color.
I think it's both.
Like if you're a black man, you like
Sorry,
purple,
They
but
love purple.
yeah, a gay white man also loves
Purple
purple.
suits, purple soda.
Yeah,
Drink.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They love
Persian.
purple.
I think
Prince.
Persians also.
Prince is pretty purple.
Yeah, Persians do love
Prince.
purple.
Yeah, Prince was the embodiment of purple.
I do love
He's
Prince.
right.
It was Prince, Grimace,
Barney.
Barney. the California Raisins.
Yeah. Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker. Yeah,
Flavor Flav.
Will Smith.
Patrice O'Neal Warlock.
Yeah.
Greg, did you know that Forrest Whitaker, he has a twin brother?
Forrest Whitaker has a weird eye.
Yes.
I never watched that. You ever see that Last King of Scotland movie?
It's a good
I've
movie.
seen it.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's another one. That's a genocide, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's about genocide.
He's like a black Hitler.
Edie Amin.
Yeah.
He's a
Edie- yeah.
black Hitler.
He's
yes.
like the black
Yeah.
Hitler.
Edie Falco.
No, it's
I mean,
Edie Amin.
yeah, Edie Falco.
Yeah, he was the deadbeat Fuhrer.
Yeah.
Black Hitler. I am going out for some cigarettes. Watch the country while I am away.
The dead beef. Fuhrer.
Oh wow, the last king of Scotland hasn't gotten back from his cigarette run yet.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
You white man, you are the leader now.
Yeah, look at me. Look at me.
And he,
I am the king now.
I am the king now.
he won the Oscar for that. Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I was looking
He,
at
he
the.
farted in that movie.
I was looking at the Oscar nominations. I don't know any of the fucking movies.
The new ones?
Nah, yeah, I have no idea.
Well, what's not Mateo? Pull up what's nominated.
think,
We got
I don't have my phone on me.
I got it.
Dune?
Dune is.
Dune.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I know
didn't see
Dune. I'm very familiar with Dune.
Now, is
Yeah,
that
every
good?
time I hear that
Dune is
title,
really
I
good.
want to rhyme it with another word, but I don't
Oh, I
want
know
to.
you're
Every time I hear it, though.
Yeah.
Like I want to just rhyme it, and I'm like, don't say
Yeah,
that.
I know. It just
Nightmare Alley.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that last night. That was okay.
Nightmare Alley. We talking about my apartment. Talking about my home.
Nightmare Alley, seen it. I didn't see Don't Look Up.
That was good. I like
I didn't
that.
see
Don't Look
that.
Up was good. I just watched Power of the Dog, which
I'm
was pretty boring,
Okay.
but
What the fuck's that about?
it's like I don't know. It's like a western, but it's directed by a woman, so a lot of nothing
Yeah,
happens.
There's probably a lot of like fucking.
The only
is there,
one-
is
You're
it
supposed to keep up with a lot of things. Right?
Well, it's like Benedict Cumberbatch and Jesse Plemons are brothers, and they've like opened up their own ranch. But
No, I
Jesse
didn't see this.
Plemons is trying to be part of like polite society, and Benedict Cumberbatch is the one who's like, I'm not taking a shower. He's like, I'm a man.
Oh, he's like, yeah.
that is
Yeah.
a manly thing to do.
Yeah. Well, back then that was like, it's like washing yourself is for queers. and
The only- sorry.
so Benedict Cumberbatch is just like this domineering figure in all these people's
He's
lives.
the man's man of the movie.
Yeah, but he's not like a bad guy. He doesn't hurt anyone. He actually tries to help. You know, it's a weird.
That's like a retard move. You know, like when you're trying to like help people, but you're hurting them at the same time.
Story of my life, brother. That's story of my life. That's me right there.
Very I Am Sam.
Dude,
like,
that's me.
Yeah.
I'm just all my friends I keep hugging too hard.
Of mice and men.
All
Yeah.
those bunnies.
Is that why it's called Story of the Dog? Is that
The Power of the Dog?
Power of the Dog. It's directed by a woman.
Yeah, Jane Campion.
What's her name?
Jane Campion? I don't
The only one I
know.
know is Catherine Bigelow and the one that did Clueless, Amy Heckerling.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
Directors.
Yeah, Catherine Bigelow does all the like pro-war
That's why I
propaganda.
fucking-
Yeah.
I love- I
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
love it.
Zero Dark 30.
Yeah,
and
hell
Yeah.
Hurt Locker.
Benghazi.
Do you remember when Gandolfini was in Zero Dark 30 and
Yes.
just playing Tony
I've
Soprano?
I've actually never seen that movie.
Never
Is it,
seen it?
is it good?
not good. No.
The ending is they killed Bin Laden.
What? When did
Yeah.
that happen?
I don't believe it either.
You mean you tell like the John Cena Bin Laden?
Yeah.
The same one that
I do like the Bin Laden in that movie because he looks like the South Park Bin Laden.
What,
He's just this tall ghost guy. Just
I never saw
you
the.
kind of see him for a second, and it's
He's running in the hallway. That's what he runs away from.
yeah.
That's how it went down.
Yeah, did you hear? If you listen closely, he actually goes whoop 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 whoop.
Yeah. Fucking
Oh.
when John Cena confirmed the death of Osama bin Laden.
happiest day of my life.
Yeah.
How great is Cena? John Cena is really proving to be my generation's greatest actor now.
Killing it. It's killing it.
I mean,
He's a
every
hero.
episode of Peacemaker, I was just like, wow, who would have thought? I mean, the range on this guy.
Was he gay on the show?
He's bisexual.
They had
wow.
to shoehorn
But
that in there.
no,
didn't
they don't actually. He's more just bisexual because he's like just a bumbling idiot who's horny. Like he's just
That's
so
hilarious.
That sounds
he's
like
just
Mateo.
he's just so horny.
I'm not bisexual.
That's what it sounds like.
It's more
Not
just
yet.
like he's so horny he just fucks anything, but it's not
kinda
like
funny, I
they
guess.
don't make it a whole thing. In fact, he's mostly straight, but they kind of allude to the fact that
He's a little
when
gay.
when it's crunch time, he will fuck a dude.
All right. If a guy comes up to him in the right daytime,
That's prison
Yeah.
rules.
Well,
That's
that's the stories because in the Suicide Squad, he's been in Bel Rev prison.
God.
Yeah, I know
prison
the
for-
DC show.
Yeah.
I've been watching it. I didn't recognize what you're talking about. Now I recognize.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Why are
Why
you
you?
doing
Why'd
that?
you say that like a wigger?
Yeah.
why are you doing that?
What are you listening to through those headphones? You're not listening to. You're not listening to this show. You're listening.
I am trying.
You're
Pumpkinhead.
listening to Kanye right now.
No,
He's listening to Dylan Negri set.
You're listening to Dylan. Yeah, you're listening to Dylan Negri do stand up.
yeah. Here, open his letter.
Also,
You don't sound angry.
Also, you stole my beer before.
I'm sorry.
Just fucking-
What'd you just hand him?
I have
What-
no
It's an
idea.
important
I just-
segment. It's very important for the show.
We were talking about John Cena
We'll
fucking
do it in a little
guys.
bit. We'll do it.
Just
When,
open it now.
Mateo just handed.
Yeah, there's a portfolio.
What are you giving me?
What is this?
You know what this
You're
is?
like my uncle who comes over.
Find that in your own blood.
It's like gives me like a old.
It's an
picture.
important. It's an important achievement,
The,
Will.
the comedic. What, you know I can't read.
What's the achievement?
You might also like Come Town.
Yeah, we're on the same content
I
algorithm.
don't give a shit. I don't listen.
Wait,
to Come
let
Town.
me
I
see
never listen
this.
to the show.
Let me see this.
Oh, so you guys are now on the. If you like this,
Yeah,
you may also.
I-
like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
This is
Gotcha.
this is so endearing to me that Mateo printed this off.
He's so proud
Mateo
of this.
printed off the iTunes. If you search for this show, the Greg and Rob
Yeah.
podcast, the algorithm also will tell you might also like Come Town, the Sit Down with Mike Racine, and Mateo's other podcast.
Which I gotta be honest, it cheapens it. It cheapens.
It
Why
doesn't
is your
cheapen-
thing on there?
Right.
Because it's just
He actually photoshopped
Yeah.
it on.
I did not Photoshop it. You can look it up yourself.
We are a bad gangster movie compared to Goodfellas, and Come Town is the Goodfellas.
Yeah.
okay.
this show is what would it be like
Like what's that fucking like all those bad gangster movies with, like
Like,
Frank
yeah.
Vincent.
Yeah, and,
this
Will
is
DeMeo.
this
Russo.
show is Gotti and Come Town is Goodfellas.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make a
God,
point.
he
I'm
gets way
trying
too
to
much
say
credit.
that like it's an achievement. It could be like
We're Chicago Overcoat.
What was that? What was the neighborhood show? What was the fucking
Gravesend.
Gravesend.
yeah, Grey's Anatomy.
No,
yeah.
I think this is nice, Mateo. I don't know why you printed this out. I don't know. You could've
Why
ju-
would you waste
Because
it?
we wouldn't have believed him.
I honestly, I love the spirit hear it, the go get 'em attitude of this, where it's like I'm gonna print.
Coming for you.
I'm gonna print out the fucking iTunes cover page.
I like that
for the
you
show.
protected the picture.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
put it in a dossier.
Give it back.
You put it, like you're deep throat in a parking lot. You're like, hey, come here, I gotta give you something, and you hand over that file, and it's like, wow, the algorithm says you should also listen to Come Down.
Look at him. He's a shaky mess right now. I hope you went to Staples and printed that out. By the way, too.
Yeah, he had to go to Kinko. He was like, oh, so wait, how do I do this? I send the file to you, and then the person behind the counter is looking at it like, what the fuck is this?
I hope like some poor 17-year-old girl is just like, what the fuck are you printing out?
What are you talking about? 17. Oh, because the employee. Yeah. I didn't go to Staples.
At the Kinko's.
I go to Kinko's.
Be
I
like
go,
a,
yeah,
like
that's
a
where I go.
teenage
I go.
Puerto Rican probably helping you.
Right.
No,
She
they're
was
all
really
black.
mean
Where
about
did
it.
you go to print that out?
My place. So we
You
have
have a printer.
we have a laser
printer?
You have a
printer.
printer.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow,
I
dude.
knew that. I should have did some classic shock jock shit and be like, I like it, Mateo, and then ripping in your fucking face.
I don't care. I have backups.
His copy.
You'll never be able to destroy this.
Keep ripping him. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
There's plenty more where that came from, but tough guy.
What a tough guy move that would have been. If I'm just like, hey, Mateo, what do you think it is? Yeah.
No, the real power move
That's
would be
your
to eat
sound.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
to
yeah.
eat it.
Yeah.
Swallow it, and then Mateo says, "Oh, I've printed more."
Oh, I do.
And then
I
you
have.
go, "Oh, damn it! I just ate all that paper.
There's
A
no way
whole
out of
piece
this
of A4 paper. I could have
Can't-
split that with my."
By the way,
family.
because I have multiple backups, and also physically
God.
and digitally, I need
Alright.
note to self have this copy or one of the copies
You
laminated.
just make a note to yourself.
What the fuck is the point? This whole show is a note to say. It's being recorded.
Right.
Okay.
We could have just listened
Just
to
timestamp it, and we'll let
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
All right, time. Note
Yeah.
to self. Check the time.
21:18 minutes.
All right, 21:18. Note to self. Timestamp this.
it. Mateo has backups or whatever.
I do.
Bizarre.
You should flush them down the toilet like Trump did with those documents. or whatever.
Mhm.
Didn't they claim that he ate one of the contracts?
One of them. It was on a post-it note.
That's impossible. It didn't have sugar on it.
I don't know. I mean,
You gotta put sugar
You're
on
gonna
it.
dunk on our former president. and
I
our-
am.
Yeah, I
and our
know.
future
I'm a
president.
big liberal.
That's how I hope the '80s comes back.
Oh.
Because then he's like another Reagan. You know?
oh,
Right?
if Trump gets reelected,
well,
dude,
yeah.
that would honestly, that would be tight, dude.
Yeah.
If like the economy is in complete collapse
yeah.
and like we're just devastated beyond reproach,
Comes back.
and then 2024, it's like coming out from the ring from the ring entrance, all the fog, and you see the silhouette, and you go, no way! It's like, by God, it's Trump!
He's back.
It's Donald Trump!
I think he
It's Donald Trump with the steel voting machine,
with the steel chair.
with the steel chair,
steel dossier.
the steel ballot.
See, I think he doesn't come back. I think he trains like Ron DeSantis. Like
Oh, he pulls like a
Rocky,
Rocky and Creed?
Trains Creed.
Nah, it's
yeah.
gotta be a black guy.
Oh, maybe. Hopefully.
Who's a black Republican? Do you know?
Ben-
Ben Carson.
Kanye West.
Tell me someone
Kanye
else.
West.
Oh
yeah.
shit! Yeah, Kanye West.
Honestly,
Yeah.
dude,
Creed.
if there's a
He's the
Trump
guy.
if there's a Trump West 2024 ticket, I mean, I know how I'm voting.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I've never voted.
Yeah, voting is pointless.
It's too early.
It's
I
so
can't do
gay.
it.
It's
Like,
gay.
you gotta wait in line.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna practice my
In,
civil
in
duty.
solidarity with Kanye West and the rest of the black community,
Yeah.
I will not be voting.
No.
Yeah,
anymore.
hell yeah.
All right.
Just like I didn't get the COVID vaccine. Wait, did I say that out loud? I'm
Oh,
like,
I got
trust
the
those.
Moderna.
I got Pfizer.
Oh, you
You know
got
why I
Pfizer?
trust them? Because Trump developed them. That's why. That's
He
why I
technically
trust.
did.
Well, dude, have y'all been following the Jeff Zucker saga?
Yeah,
A little. Why?
I mean, I watched
That
Project
dude,
Fear
that dude was like boys with Trump. He boys with Trump and Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
he was the CEO of NBC Universal during Fear Factor and The Apprentice, and those.
He's a reality TV guy.
Yeah.
You know, that's why the new network turned to such reality television tactics, like lying about
Dude,
Donald Trump every night.
I know, just going on screen night after night and just lying to our faces, telling us that this is a bad person. It's like, I don't know. He
Who's
seems
the
pretty
liar?
cool.
Yeah.
Who's the liar?
Trump or the media?
Fucking Anderson Cooper
Don
and
Lemon.
Chris
Media
Cuomo.
every time.
Brian
What?
Stetler.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Cuomo
Right.
brothers. Because
Yeah.
that was the thing that happened that they're finding out is that during COVID, like Jeff Zucker, Chris Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo, Jeff Zucker's head of communications, Allison Gollust, who used to be Andrew Cuomo's aide, they're all in bed together. Jeff Zucker and
literally.
Allison Gollust literally in bed
Yeah.
together. They were fucking. And that's why he got ousted as the president of CNN. But like the whole ordeal, like all of it is just this incestuous, clusterfuck of mega rich people having a pissing contest. Except it literally trickles down and fucks up our lives.
Yeah, and I'm fucking tired of it. We got to do something about this.
we got to do something about this.
I'm fucking tired of it.
We
Gotta
have
fight the good
to.
fight.
We got to take to the. Get in your truck and park it outside of
Dalton,
Parliament in
Dalton,
Ottawa.
brother, it starts here.
It starts here, brother.
It starts now.
Nah, they fucking.
I just like Dalton said the Cuomo brothers. I thought of the Diaz brothers from Scarface. The Cuomo brothers.
No, I'm interested in it because like when you read up on how the media actually works, you just go, oh well, it's all a circus anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It's not. It wasn't. There was never any like actual desire to tell the truth or be like a news corporation.
You know what got?
Yeah,
know what
that's
got
all it
buried?
is.
What's
Wrestling.
The Jean-Luc Bernard? What's his name? The guy that was
the
like
guy who hung
Epstein's.
himself.
Oh, that French guy who was
Yeah.
like, they say he was like raping children and trafficking children.
With Epstein, and he just hung himself
Hung-
yesterday or 2
yeah.
days ago.
Oh yeah, he
What a-
hung
That means
himself.
he got named.
You know, he was already.
He was already
Yeah.
he
Oh, really?
he
The
was
third guy.
already in prison awaiting like some kind of
Trial.
I
He was
didn't
in a
know.
French
and then they found him.
The good prison.
I was gonna say, what a French ghoul.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, no, he was awaiting trial, right, in France or whatever, and then he hung himself, or they hung him, or whatever. But that's got buried. No one's talking
No
about
one's
that.
talking
I didn't know
except-
It's in a lot of the European papers.
No, dude, I just read an article about it in the Times today, the New York
Yeah.
Times.
no one's I talking. don't about read that liberal rag.
But you know, the funny thing about the Times is it's still one of the few news corporations that's still owned by the New York Times company. It's the same company that's owned it for the last over 100 years.
It's true.
So even though it's like disintegrated into a liberal talking point presentation,
They don't
it's
have to,
it's
I
not
guess.
owned by like AT&T or Amazon or any
Yeah,
of that
it's
shit.
true.
Same.
So there really isn't an agenda. It's just craziness.
Well, they're still trying to make money, so they got to hire a fat bitch every now and then to be like,
Yeah.
"Here's why
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling is bad."
Right.
Yeah.
I like the independent news on like YouTube.
Like which ones?
Like Jimmy
Joe
Dore.
Rogan.
Like who? Oh,
Joe Rogan.
that guy. Yeah, I love Rogan. No, like
Great
Jimmy
news.
Dore, Tim Pool, because they think they're really changing the world.
For not.
Like Tim Pool.
I know, right?
Like Tim Pool is like a guy who's like he takes himself very seriously. And the funniest thing about that guy, he gets swatted like every day.
He does.
Yeah.
I never watched
Const-
it.
constantly.
Hey, heard him get referenced.
My thing with all this is like I like following the news and actually having an opinion
Of course.
and caring about things, but you can't take yourself too seriously. You have to like distance your. I mean, that's what a journalist is supposed to do, is kind of remain a little distanced from
Sure.
it, so you can report on it objectively. That's why I don't really like Jimmy Dores, because he just screams a lot.
He also,
Yeah.
he also looks like he has very bad breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? How bad his breath must
We
be.
covered
Probably.
that.
We covered this
Yeah,
quite a
yeah,
few times.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
we
wanna
talk
make
about it
sure.
a lot. And I
But-
think I called the co-host a monkey. She looks like a monkey.
Well, did you take an Ambien?
Yeah.
Just say you took an Ambien.
Yeah. You played Roseanne in something, right?
I was Roseanne for
Fight Club.
Comedy Fight
Yeah,
Club.
Yeah. How'd that go?
It went well.
Yeah.
I went up against Stan Taloise, who was Herman Cain, and I was just extremely racist. And after every joke, I would just go, "I'm Roseanne." Yeah, Stan got pepper sprayed right before Comedy Fight Club the other night. Yeah,
Oh,
he,
that was the other day, right?
it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, who was
my-
behind that?
Is some like internet
the
troll
Klan?
guy?
The Klan,
Yeah.
Yeah, some
the
guy.
New York chapter of the KKK.
That's like a softer tactic for the Klan, though, if they just bring around pepper spray, right? Like, it could be worse, the alternative. You know, lynchings and the...
Yeah, they should
Yeah.
just keep doing that. They should just keep pepper spray.
Well, they
Yeah, you're right. These Klansmen, they're progressive now, too.
yeah.
These bastards.
Lost
liberal
everybody.
Klansmen.
Yeah, like, yeah, he got pepper sprayed by some, like, internet troll.
Yeah, that was gay. The,
Yeah.
the guy ran.
And he ran away.
The guy ran from him.
You ran away. Well, did you watch the video?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So the other guy, the guy that was talking in the video, is the guy who pepper sprayed Stan.
Yeah.
It wasn't the guy with the camera.
Ah.
Right. Yeah.
The camera just ran
Yeah, that was a
after
bitch
calling
move.
his
What a-
fat white girlfriend fat and white. And
Okay. All right.
Aren't you doing a podcast with Stan?
Yeah, but he's not gonna hear this.
Not
Nobody
anymore.
will.
You guys gotta. This was the issue on my show. Is nobody believes in themselves. I believe in
I
myself.
believe in myself pretty.
Believe
fucking,
you believe in
of course I do.
yourself?
We can
You-
change the world.
We can change the world from this. Yeah, right there. The in that file.
Show it.
Mateo, pull that back out. Show us that again.
Show them the comments.
Show us the document
I want
again.
to see more
Look
comments.
at that. Greg and Rob podcast alongside Come Town, the Sit Down,
And Let Us
and
Be It.
Mateo's other podcast.
It's the most ridiculous thing ever.
We're here to change the world
do it.
one joke at a time.
Which reminds me, we gotta do some housekeeping, guys. Subscribe to our Patreon. we have no patrons.
We put
Oh,
out.
It's sad. It's
I don't have any
No,
either.
we
now.
put out like
didn't want to
9 weeks worth of Patreon
fucking
content.
fucking ridiculous, dude. you know that's the thing, man. You build and build, try to build something, and it can all you can lose your ass overnight these days.
You know, like my grandfather, he worked on the Trade Center. He was the builder. He was the
Go on.
Oh, he wouldn't fly in the plane.
no.
Yeah, my grandfather
behind on
worked
I
on
have
the Trade Center.
I have to admit something. My grandfather did. He was behind 9/11.
My grandfa- yeah.
it was him.
My grandfather is Muhammad Atta.
Yeah, but like I don't know what my point was.
Yeah, what was your point?
Well, that
just
when
wanna-
when you build things and then
Oh.
like years later, 40 years later,
Right.
some
so-
jackass has to fly a plane into your fucking grandfather's
Mhm.
building. We claim that building. It's our birthright.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, 9/11 was wild.
Yeah, you know.
That's the only Italian birthright was the Twin Towers, and they were destroyed in 9/11.
Yeah.
Italians no more.
Fucked up. You know?
And the buildings themselves, who owned them at that time? Larry Silverstein, a Jew. A Jew had already taken away your kingdom.
Did he like?
He took out a
did
big
he
insurance
buy the-
claim.
Yeah, did he take out an insurance claim like 2 days before?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they
yes.
call it
Yeah.
little Jewish lightning.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a
Yeah.
sneak!
Yeah, they call it
Just went up to the bank. He's like, "I want to take out a claim."
Yeah.
yeah. You think after the first plane hit, he was like, they say lightning doesn't strike twice.
He's just like winking at people, like,
Yeah.
just like telling people like on his he's probably like somewhere like at a board meeting or whatever, and people are just like, "What does he mean by this?"
Yeah. He's just like it's not
Don't
over
stand
yet.
too close to that window.
Yeah,
You ever hear the story of like the little kid that was in school and he turned to his teachers like, see those towers outside?
Yeah.
They're not going to be here next week.
Week.
Oh wow.
Isn't that fucking creepy?
Yeah.
creep.
9/11, man, wild.
It's a wild time.
I'd say this: 9/11 and the Holocaust, very disrespectful.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Well,
very.
let's talk about something on similar lines. January 6th. Come on.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
January
I thought that
6th,
was respectful.
as bad, if not worse, than the Holocaust itself.
Worse than when Joe Rogan said the N-word a bunch of times.
Oh my
From
God!
what CNN told
How
me.
could you? How could a white man say the
Yeah.
N-word so many
Can't
times?
believe it.
How could one white man be capable of such
Yeah.
a thing?
I don't know.
Certainly, I've never said the N-word.
I don't even think it.
that many
Yeah,
times.
I don't even think it.
People have to remind me of what the word
Yeah,
is.
unless I'm in the bad neighborhoods. But
Yeah, or if I'm in my bathroom or
Yeah,
driving a
from
car.
listening to
Yeah,
music.
if
It's
I'm,
Yeah.
if I'm watching the Kanye
if
documentary.
if I'm on a subway with a homeless guy.
I had a basketball game.
when the
Yeah.
Knicks, when the Knicks lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is bad. I can't watch
If I
that.
see a black person,
It's like a gun.
You know, when a black guy, when I asked for a black guy for Venmo, he's like, "I have Cash App. I got to
Yeah.
download the
Yeah,
fucking app
so-
now." No, I love the blacks, by the way.
You love the
just-
blacks.
I just
I
want
love the
to
blacks.
clarify that.
What were
That's one of my favorite shows on VH1 as a kid. I love the blacks.
I love the blacks.
Was that
It
one of
was,
those
it was Michael Ian Black talking about how much he loves black people.
House Sparks?
It was Michael Ian Black and Hal Sparks. Like, fuck, black people are cool. Like, rap? Have you ever listened to rap? Oh, remember hip hop? And they never interview a black person. No.
Yeah.
What?
They just interviewed Lewis Black.
It's Lewis Black, Michael Ian Black, and Hal Sparks. And it's called I Love the Blacks on VH1.
He was on every
Black
show.
Sabbath. And,
And Black Sabbath.
And Paul F. Tompkins.
And, yep.
Yep. Right.
VH1, they were responsible for a lot of trash TV.
Yeah, I lost my
Yes.
virginity to that show. Nah, VH1 was, what's it called? That was Rock of Love?
They had Surreal
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
Flavor Flav?
They had a lot of fucking.
They had the Brett like Who Wants to Fuck Brett Michaels.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And then
And
take
who
off his wig.
wants to fuck Flava Flav.
Yeah, that one about
And then
who
I
was,
think they just had a general like Who Wants to Fuck show where it was just like
there was a different one. Who wants to date the guy? The Italian guy who lives in his mom's basement. Remember that one?
No.
That
is
was
this a show you're trying to pitch?
no?
right
That
now?
was a show
I love
for
it.
2 seasons.
Hey, VH1! Hey, I have an idea for a show. It's about a guy who lives in his mom's basement. He's Italian, and people want to fuck him.
It was on for 2
I'm the guy.
It was on for 2 seasons.
Yeah, it was.
Some executive is probably like, "Is this about you, sir?" Yeah.
No,
I swear it's not about me, but I mean, hey, I'll throw my name in the ring. I'll throw my hat in the ring. Yeah, sure, why not?
I can do the spot. I can do it.
Well, what show is that? I don't know what show you're talking about.
I don't remember the name of it. I just remember the guy's name was Vinny, and he lived in his mom's basement.
Oh, it's called Fuck This Geep.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think Nick's.
Hey guys, with the racial slurs, come on.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Slurs.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what you're talking
No,
about.
I have no idea, dude.
Yeah, I've never heard that show.
I seriously, it just sounds like you're trying to pitch a show.
No,
but
we're gonna
Are you
Google
thinking
later.
of the Jersey Shore?
No, that's MTV.
It's not the same.
VH1 is MTV is music television, and VH1 is Video Hits 1.
Well, if VH1 doesn't take it, we'll pitch it to Spike TV. I'm on board with you, Mateo.
Spike TV. Who the fuck is watching Spike TV?
Is Spike TV still on?
Yeah, it's still on. Of
Yeah.
course, I watch it all the time. It's the ultimate man. It's like the man.
The only time I want
The
to
Ultimate
watch
Man
Spike
channel?
TV.
It's really the last place a man can go to feel like a man.
to watch good men.
Is to watch reruns
The
of
Bad Man
Cops.
TV.
Watch reruns of Cops on Spike
Right.
TV.
And anything Tim Allen's ever
The,
done.
the only
Right.
thing they
1,000
Spike,
Ways
the
to
only
Die,
thing
that's on
Spike
there.
did was good was Afro Samurai.
What are you talking about?
What's Afro
What,
Samurai?
now what's that? Now is this another one of your
No.
fantasies?
It's about a black guy with a sword.
Yeah, he was directed and
was it
produced
between
by
his
Wu
legs?
Tang
Blade?
Clan,
Isn't-
starring
Oh,
Samuel
yeah,
L.
it's
Jackson.
in his
It's
pants.
his pants, between his legs. What do you
No,
think?
it was like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
he's-
is it? Oh. Afro Samurai?
Yep.
yeah.
Was that
Why in the
necessary?
mic?
It's my mic.
You could do whatever you want. Don't worry about it.
Afro Samurai.
I'm loving Mateo. Mateo's so proud of the document.
I am.
He comes in. He's pitching ideas about living in basements and dating.
It's not.
people.
It's a real show. It's a real show. It existed. It's not my show.
I'm glad you give credit to them.
I do.
Good for you. You also stole my fucking beer.
By accident. That was by accident.
Damn, yeah. You know, I don't drink anymore.
You're not. Yeah,
You're done?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
quit.
all right.
I quit drinking. And I've eased up on the pot and the psychedelics.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, ever since I had my little episode, I realized I just gotta be sober for a while.
Do you think that played a factor into your?
Oh
whole-
yeah, I do. Well, I mean, yeah. There's a lot of things, you know. Like I had a lot happen this last year, good and bad. And at the same time, I was also taking Lexapro, 25 milligrams, which turns out is way more than what any doctor should have prescribed.
Yeah.
And also, I was eating a lot of edibles and mushrooms and acid. And so I think everything piled on top of each other until December came along. And
Yeah, you had like a you had such a rise though, because you went on the Real Ass podcast, right?
yeah.
You smacked around Dylan Negri,
Oh, yeah.
which it got the boys all riled up.
Yeah.
And then the Loud Boys came out, and that did fucking but I don't know. The one thing about you is you have a great reputation amongst comics. A lot of people praise Dalton as a comic, which is something you should be proud of.
Oh,
Dalton.
thank you.
I like talking to Dalton as an uncle.
No, I mean, I think,
Get me a beer too.
but
I encourage you to stop drinking. Get me a beer, by the way. No.
no, yeah, I mean, I think a lot happened really fast, just out of not really. It's so weird, man, because I've been doing comedy for like 8 years now.
Yeah.
And so it feels like everything happened really fast, but it's also like I've been working at this for so long that just when I got called up to the plate, when I was offered these opportunities like Real Ass Podcast or Legion of Skanks, I could deliver. Like I
You
could
felt
back
like you were ready.
Yeah, I could back it up, but also like I was dealing with insane personal shit. Like my best friend got killed, and it's just like behind the scenes, I was like in my head just kind of falling apart the whole time, but trying to keep pushing because I was like
Right.
Success.
It reminds me of Dane Cook. When Dane Cook made it in Hollywood, his parents died within like 12 months of
Oh, dude.
one another.
Me and Dane are boys now. I talk to him every now and then.
What's he like?
He's insane. I have talked to him on Twitter Spaces. They have like this call function now called Twitter Spaces.
Oh, sure.
And I use it to do like a call-in style thing, but it's fun to just go on there and talk to people. And every now and then, Dane will be hosting one, Dane Cook, and I'll hop in. I'll be like, "Yo, what's up, Dane?" We'll just chat for like 20 minutes. I'm like, "All right, take it easy,
You know what
brother."
I like during the quarantine? Like he lost it, and he was like making people do the fast times at Ridgemont High thing.
Yeah,
That was
Like,
awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. I liked it.
The Shia LaBeouf was a little too over the top.
Yes,
Doing the
he-
Sicoli-
yeah,
the
but he's
Sicoli
always
thing.
over the top.
I relate to Shia so much now that I have more of an understanding of mental illness as someone that's my identity now. I'm the new Gary Goldman. I'm just going to be the guy who's mentally ill.
Well, I mean, you're not alone.
I'm not alone,
Yeah,
but
no.
I'm saying get ready for that to be. That's going to be my whole brand now. It's like, have you guys ever felt sad? That's me. You want to hear me talk about being sad for an hour?
You're not alone, just like we're not alone.
Yes.
We talk about the aliens, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious Shia's got something going on.
I like Shia LaBeouf. I like
I
that
love how
one.
fucking crazy he is.
I like
Yeah,
that
it's
one
fun.
video of him watching all his fucking movies.
Hilarious.
It's so funny.
What did he start with? Even Stevens?
I get from
Yeah.
I think it was from order.
No,
Like,
he did it backwards from like most recent to like
Oh, the-
least.
oh,
He started
wow.
from Honey Boy, went all the way to Holes.
Honey
Yeah.
Boy. Did you see Honey Boy?
I tried to watch it. It was
It
too pedophilic.
Yeah. It was
I
I
weird.
thought that scene where that like their neighbor or whatever, that black lady,
Yeah.
when she's in bed with him, I was like, I'm not watching
weird.
this. This is fucking weird.
Yeah.
What? I didn't see it. How far into the movie is that?
It's maybe like 30, 40 minutes
Yeah.
in the movie. He's in bed with like a hooker, and she's all touching his face and me. And I was like, I'm sure. By the way, like watching it, I'm like, this definitely happened to Shia LaBeouf.
Of course.
I don't want to see it. I don't need to know about it. Dude, go talk to a therapist. You don't need to put this in a movie.
That shit, like with the Hollywood pedophilia stuff, I went into that pretty deep, like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
when
Oh,
that
you
stuff
fucked a kid?
No.
Yeah, you went into it deep.
This is not where it starts,
You
though.
went deep into
You went, yeah,
I got
you went as deep as you could go.
Yeah.
yeah. When I became an executive at the Disney Channel, there was a young Leonardo
Oh,
DiCaprio looking boy.
I think what's his name? Dan Schneider. He was with Nickelodeon, right?
Oh, dude, yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was the
was-
weird foot guy.
Oh.
Yeah,
Apparently-
he looks like he's gonna fuck
Yes.
those kids.
Apparently, the New York Times reports saying recently that all of it stuff's a fabrication. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's that liberal rag.
That's
Who knows?
Can't
But, like,
Yeah,
But-
it's my girlfriend's tampon.
When
A
you
liberal rag.
when you saw a picture of Dan Snyder, you were like, yeah, he fucking.
Well, he's the guy
did
from
some
Good Burger
creepy
too.
shit. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's in
Burger,
Good Burger. Yeah.
ruining people's.
How are you?
childhoods.
Are you
Yeah.
guys? Are you guys
Fucking
dating
Jimmy
anybody? Are y'all
No,
fuck?
I'm
No.
single. I'm.
Right now,
I love.
so I'm just leaving my options open.
Let them come to me.
Yeah.
I don't like it, man. I don't.
like being.
I'm
single.
over like even beyond like the comedians who go on stage and are like dating is tough. I'm like, no, well, we're past that.
That's why. That's
it's
why,
it's a lost cause.
That's why I don't want to be in a relationship because I know I'll talk about it, and there's nothing worse than hearing a comic.
Yeah,
talk about
that's why you don't want to be in a
Yeah, that's why.
relationship.
Yes, it has
That's
nothing to do with being grotesque of a human
Yeah.
being. No, but I hate when comics talk about it. But also, we can all agree that when a woman's in your life, it's the downfall to any man.
Oh, it was the downfall of the Loud Boys. I'll tell you that. man.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
well, no, I don't know. I stopped. My thing is like if I can work and do comedy and succeed in any way, I'm not thinking too much about pleasures of the flesh.
Yeah.
You know, I'm focused on my work.
Well, that's the thing.
But I think with most comedians, like they're very concerned with short-term pleasures such as
Sure.
dating and fucking and
and women change your viewpoint.
oh, dude, yeah, dude.
You
Anytime
start trying to please the
I've
people
seen-
the way you try and please the girl.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen it happen so many times where somebody will start dating a woman and then their whole fucking attitude and behavior changes. And
they
they
want to fart around you or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
and-
Right.
beers.
and it's just like you know, I'm not looking for validation from any woman. You know, I don't need that.
You've been Roseanne.
I'm Roseanne, dude. I am Roseanne. I'm the goddess of comedy. I'm the new goddess of comedy.
But they do. They change your view.
This became very incel podcast.
That's right.
Why do you need? You don't need women to validate you. You don't need that.
Well, it's not like it's more that
Sure is fun.
I don't know, like yeah, it is fun. Well, I mean,
oh yeah, the resident I get pussy guy on the show.
He's gonna tell me it's fun.
It's-
To hear them chirp all day.
it's more
He was just talking about how he fucks pussy all the time. You purchase yours.
I love it.
Do you, there you go. You're not an incel.
But so
Whatever.
on the show, the Loud Boys, which one of you were dating the woman? Was it you or was it someone?
I dated a woman for a month back in May, and it went horribly. It did not end well.
That's always
That's
fun.
how I
though.
feel.
Yeah, and
I
then-
love a good fuck up of a relationship.
Yeah,
Like, you
and
know,
then
like-
and then on our show, Joe was the one who started dating someone and moved in with her, like immediately after they started dating.
Oh, congratulations.
That's a
buddy.
rent thing.
Yeah. That's more of a
Yeah. I need a
survival
place
thing.
to live thing.
But with me, it's like I dating is one of those things that I've never like been able to do. I'm not able to really.
Not good at it.
I'm not good at it. I don't know how to have sex. I don't know how to kiss a woman. I'm just bad. I'm all around. I'm bad at it, and I'd rather.
You never had an older man show you how to do it.
No, I never had anyone to
Hollywood
practice
Rock.
with. None of my friends in high school, none of my relatives ever wanted to practice kissing with me.
I had a baseball coach who taught me a little more about hitting than
And
I
catching?
expected. No, not catching, because I don't do that kind of fucking shit.
Okay.
And watch your mouth.
I noticed that with just so many comedians. It's like they're not, you're doing this thing that's like supposed to be, or in my mind is like a creative, artistic journey of some kind. But a lot of comedians really concern themselves more with like dating and attention and
it's
public perception.
It's kind of hard to balance the two, also, because you want to go out every night. Like you want to get up every night. I usually take the only night of the week I take off is usually Sundays. And if there's something drastic, I can't do it.
Well, today you break your one rule.
I took my one. Yeah. But so like when you're in a relationship, you kind of have to spend time with that person, right? So it's hard to kind of just do comedy and then And then also, you don't want to bring your girlfriend.
Well, we were talking
around.
about John Cena before, and John Cena famously said he won't have a kid because he's gay. but he won't have a kid because he can't be in the kid's life.
That's smart. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly,
that's
dude,
admirable.
he's fucking killing it right now. He learned piano. He learned Chinese. Like, if you watch Peacemaker,
Real source apology.
if you watch Peacemaker, there's a whole scene of him playing piano that I think is actually him playing
It is.
piano.
It is.
Oh, he's the best.
Are you a wrestling fan?
Passively, like I don't
watching it a
I
little
don't
bit
follow
more.
it as much as
Yeah.
like Matt does. Matt Maron.
Maron
or
loves
Aaron Kaplan. I'm not as big a fan as those guys, but
Last night I was with Maron, and he's talking to me about like he's analytical when it comes to
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah.
It's a
Right, he
lot.
knows stats.
He's like talking about the moves and stuff like that. I'm like, this is on a way different level.
dude, that was always so frustrating for me because I'm that way with other things. Like I get that way with like literature and like
Yes.
a lot of other
We're
stuff.
talking about two fucking grown men fake fighting.
Yeah. But I got accused of like losing the plot somehow on podcasting because I would try and talk about like all these other ideas I was having, and I'm
Right.
like, no, I have like all these other things I think
You're
about.
a bright guy. You like to talk about other shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't want to just keep talking about the same three things over and over again and making
Exactly.
the same jokes. I'm trying to shake things. I got a lot I've been reading, a lot I've been thinking about.
Right.
You know?
Of course. And you want to express it to the audience.
Yeah.
You know, like that's okay. I don't mind that.
That's what we do here.
That's what we do. We're here to change the world, baby.
And this
Starts
starts
here.
here.
It starts here.
That's what we do here.
That's
This,
where.
it all really the
Just call us the One Day at a Time podcast.
yeah the world doesn't change in an instant. It starts on the ground floor. It
Yeah.
starts with each individual
starts
one
in
of
the
us.
beer halls.
Yeah, it starts in the it starts in the beer halls.
That's where it starts.
The putsch starts in the beer halls.
Yeah.
Rises.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
where it starts.
I should do now that I have like fallen from grace and am now a disgraced comedian.
Yeah.
I should start a cult.
You do have cult leader vibes.
I really do.
do.
I
You
when
could have
I
done
was
that 3 months ago.
when I was manic, that was really an idea.
Did
I
you
had,
think of it? Because I think about it all the time.
dude. When I was in mania, I seriously thought like for by and large, people are so manipulatable. They're so easy
absolutely.
so easy to manipulate, so easy to predict.
They really
so
are
easy.
sheep.
Like, I was thinking like you probably could just easily start a cult these days.
Yeah,
It's
I was-
so easy on the internet, like these fucking jackasses do.
Well, and that's what happened all the time at the
Well,
turn of
Waco,
the
right?
turn of the 20th century. You had so many con men
So many
just
good
starting
ones.
cults like Joseph Smith.
You think it's
Yeah.
easier now
Yeah.
or easier then? I think it was easier then
What, in the 90s?
to start a cult. I think it was easier like
Everyone's-
in the 60s.
It was
70s.
easier in the past because the internet people didn't have to fact check you or like.
I think now you can't start like a cult like David Koresh.
No, you
That's
can't.
what I'm
No.
saying.
But you can start like a cult following for
Cult-
yourself.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
Yes.
It's called Stefan Molyneux.
Well, even like I was
Yeah.
I was listening
I
to
mean,
Tim
it's
Pool.
what a subreddit would be.
Yeah.
Tim Pool's
Yeah.
a great example of a classic con man.
He's at a compound.
He has a compound.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Go
a
on.
fucking spineless worm
Right.
who talked his way into
Yeah.
fame and
Tricked a bunch of
fortune.
people.
Same with Jordan B. Peterson. It's like that dude's so full of shit, but he says everything that young men want to hear now.
He's
Yes.
He's
the-
got the cult of Peterson.
Yes, he's like the perfect guy for like someone like who's like young and wants to hear a fairly intelligent human being talk about life. So they put him on, and they're like, it's gospel. And every time I listen to him, I'm like, yeah, like I get it, but I'm like, I totally disagree. He was talking about
Dude,
alcohol.
it
and I was
get
like, ugh,
it
shit.
gets me every now. I'll be scrolling through TikTok and it'll land on a
Yeah.
clip of a Jordan B. Peterson lecture, and I'm like, all right, yeah,
You're
dude,
in, right?
Let's
Yeah,
get-
he is
fucking
right.
Go, dude.
Absolutely, those college students are morons.
Yeah.
It depends on what mood you're in.
Right, but then you got to take
Yeah,
yourself
I'm in the
out and
mood
be
to be
like,
a man.
all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm in a man mood.
Yeah.
And I want to be a fucking man.
Right, I want
so I'm
this-
going to watch a skinny Canadian in a tuxedo tell me how to be a man.
Exactly.
With a very high voice.
I'm going to watch a live action Muppet tell me,
Yeah.
yo, you need to clean your
Right,
room.
this angry
Yeah.
Bill Nye guy.
His long face.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Every time I watch him, because I
Bill, the end is nigh.
every time I watch him, I go, I'm like, do I like this guy? Because at first, when I first started watching his shit, I was like, okay, all right, he's a smart guy, and I need someone in my life who isn't my dad to tell me what I'm doing wrong. And then I'm watching him, and I'm like, I disagree with all the shit this guy says. I'm like,
You
why am I
grew up,
doing
you
this to
matured.
myself? Yeah.
Dude, I do that every now and then. I'll like, cause I read the paper most days, like just the New York Times, and I try to read it objectively, and I'll read an entire article and get done and go, that was fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
That whole article was fucking horseshit. I didn't agree with a single thing that they
Right.
said in
Because
that.
you're reading the wrong paper.
What paper am I supposed to read to get the truth these days?
Well,
I can't.
I don't
Can
know
I get?
where
Can I?
to go.
Can I?
Can I not trust all the news that's fit to print?
No.
That's what the paper says.
No,
That's what the New York
yeah.
Times says
You,
on the
want, you, want,
cover.
you want suggestions? You want suggestions?
Yes.
If you're gonna go liberal, go New York Times. If you're gonna go conservative, libertarian, National Review.
I like how
I don't want to go either way. I want
Okay.
objective
You just
journalism.
want
Yeah.
facts.
I want straight fucking facts. Don't care
Numbers.
about your feelings.
What happened?
okay,
I
here-
don't care what you think about it.
You want to read facts? Right here, baby.
Oh yeah, well they're right here, the Greg and Rob podcast. If you like this, hey, if you like this show, or hey, if you don't like this show, you might enjoy Come Town.
What else might maybe
The sit down with Mike Racine, which
he-
has
Ooh.
ended.
Does he
Anything
still
else?
do- Yeah,
No,
doesn't do
I
that
talked to him
shit.
the other night. He said he ended
He
it.
did, no, he ended it like 3
So
weeks
really,
ago.
you've only got 2 to pick. You got 3 podcasts to pick from here.
That's right.
You got the Greg and Rob podcast, Come Town, or Mateo's other podcast, Let Us Be Idiots. The sit down is over. So is the Loud Boys.
Where we
Don't.
eliminated the
If you're subscribed to the Loud Boys Patreon, unsubscribe, unfollow all of us from social
And do us a
media.
favor. Go and click report.
Yeah, go and click report the Loud Boys Patreon for hate speech. If you're subscribed to the Loud Boys Patreon, report it to Patreon for anti-Semitic hate speech. Because you know what? It's probably in there.
I like when you guys had Anthony Quinn on.
Oh,
that
dude.
was bizarre.
That's
I
what a
love
delight.
Anthony Quinn, by the way.
Anthony
Tell-
Quinn is a delight.
I know. Why'd you have him on? I want to hear that one.
But I
He
just
is a
was,
crazy fella.
I'm like, these
I
guys
know.
are on a roll. They're killing it. Then all of a sudden, I'm like scrolling through your fucking episodes. I see Anthony Quinn. I'm like, the actor Anthony Quinn, or the
no, the guy
comedian?
who screams his own
Well,
name. Anthony Quinn.
I wanted to with the show. I wanted to book more of our like actual friends, like people we've known doing comedy around the city, not just like famous people who've been on all these other podcasts. So like Quinn was part of that decision where I was like,
You
let's-
knew him?
Yeah, I really like
I
Anthony
didn't-
Quinn.
Yo,
He's a maniac, but
I
I love him
love
to
him.
death.
Yo, Greg, you want him on here?
No.
Okay.
Not
Well,
in my
I'm
house.
Anthony Quinn. I'm a baby.
I'm Anthony Quinn.
I love that shit, but not in
It's
my
so-
house.
I need to be protected.
That was one of the crazy because that was like the first time I'd had like a manic episode. That was the first indication that
with
I was.
him.
No, I was in the middle of like something that I knew was like wrong with me because I was just that whole episode. I was sitting there thinking like, man, I think I'm gonna die.
Really?
Because something was going on in my head where I was like, man, I'm really like pretending to be okay right now. I hope no one notices.
Oh shit.
And Anthony Quinn did not know.
And
us
you
whatsoever.
No,
Yeah, and you're just staring at Anthony Quinn. And he's laughing his fucking.
dude,
balls
I was
off.
just, dude, I was sitting there just like, man, if my heart stops right now, it's gonna be so fucking awkward for these guys.
Oh shit.
Who's gonna save you out of the three?
Well, you
None
like-
of them, dude.
yeah.
They don't give a fuck about me. I was in the hospital all through Christmas. I didn't get a phone call.
Really?
Robbie didn't call you.
Matt Marin came and visited and told me that he had been talking to them behind my back, and they ended the show without me.
Oh.
Robbie didn't call you, but I heard one of his 95 impressions would have called.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon called you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened with the Megster episode? Kirk
Metzger, that was our
Skank.
Skankfest episode.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a fun one. We really rocketed to the top, and then for some reason it just ended.
So what happened? I watched it, but he didn't look pissed off. He just kind of left.
No, he just was like, these are children.
Yeah.
And I'm leaving. And it freaked out Robbie and Joe. We got done, and when we got back to New York, they were like, "Oh, do you think we'll be invited back to Skankfest? That was bad." And I go, "None of that was bad. It was Skankfest. Like we did what we were supposed to do."
Right.
I was like, "There's nothing is
It's one
gonna
big
happen."
Party. Like
Yeah, but
you're
then
supposed to be that little out.
when I have a real mental health episode and have to go to the hospital, that's the end of the show. It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
I get it.
Really shows priorities.
Did you
Yeah.
like doing the show? Also, how did that show start? Because didn't
Yeah.
Robbie have his own?
He had his own show, and then
yeah.
he asked me and Joe to do an episode with him, and we all just had good chemistry and kept doing it as our own thing, and it grew and grew.
Right.
But over time, I think, I don't know, there were tensions building, and the revisionist history is now that I was the problem, leading up to the end of the
Right.
show. But it was like, oh yeah, the guy who made all the shirts and merch and was selling it and was promoting the show everywhere he went and really making an effort to help everyone. That I'm the one that ruined things for all of you guys.
Starts here, Dalton.
It starts here. Yeah.
We got 3 minutes.
Yeah. What's it called? I want to ask you something. Holy shit.
I'm a fucking businessman.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
I
that's
fucking, that's the thing. All these fucking comedians now, so many goddamn comedians, they don't have a mind for any of it.
Yeah.
All they have a mind for is this vague idea that they want to do comedy and be popular, but they don't have a fucking mind for the business side of this shit.
don't.
Actually building these connections and relationships and working on something and moving towards something. They're caught up in this delusional fucking fairy tale of like, I just get to be the cool guy who doesn't have to try because I'm funny. It's like, no,
Exactly.
you're not fucking funny. To get funny, you got to work hard.
Yeah.
All right.
And bare your
I
soul.
don't give a fuck what you think your innate talents are. There's work to be done.
It's true though.
It's true.
It starts
You're
at the
not
beer
wrong.
hole,
It
guys.
starts right here. It starts here.
Now, everyone, plug your
We're
shit.
starting a cult.
Hold
I
on.
don't
You
think
guys
I
got
have
3
to.
minutes.
Yeah.
But
Don't
it is
plug anything
true.
on the
The cool guy comedian
I hate it.
has taken over,
Yeah.
and that comes from Skeet. I'm calling him Skeet now because of Kanye
Yeah.
West.
Yeah.
But that comes
I like
from him. He does a lot of that
Well,
shit.
it's them. It's the hot girl comic.
And here's the thing with Pete Davidson is that he doesn't try, right? That's like his thing. But there's only one of those guys. The rest of these guys I see, they go up there and they're like, well, yeah, dating stuff. And I'm like, all right, well, tell me the joke about it. And also, I'm tired of hearing about that. Talk about something else.
Anything else.
anything else. But you're right. This cool guy comedy
The
has to stop.
the cool guy comedy is fucking bullshit. Because I didn't get into comedy to
because
be.
I'm fucking cool.
I got into comedy to be a
Right.
clown. I got into comedy to
right.
cause a ruckus. I wanted to be the bull in a china shop because that's all I know how to do.
Yeah.
And I also I work hard. I look. Not only am I talented, I'll tell you this much: I'm fucking talented. I'll outwork any one of these fucking people.
Right.
I got a fire inside of me that burns with the rage of 1,000
Are you booked tonight?
suns.
Are you booked tonight?
I'm not booked until next month.
Dawn, I want to ask you: have you ever heard of the great philosopher Kobe Bryant?
What did Kobe say?
Mamba mentality, and that's everything you're saying right here.
You
right?
have
Okay,
a Mamba mentality?
we got a minute left. Can everyone plug their stuff?
We're talking about Kobe Bryant,
We're talking about the Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
Talking about the
Yeah.
and it's true. Nobody wants to work hard for it. Everyone wants to fucking.
that was the thing,
You
man.
just wanna
That was the
hang
thing.
out and get
I was
pussy,
I was
man.
making all this merch. I was doing all the cool shit, and I was trying to talk to them about it, and they were like telling me that I was blowing up the group chat too much with all this business talk.
Oh, you had to
And
do a
it's-
group chat with them?
I was
too?
in a fucking group
Oh, yeah.
text message, and they were like, "Oh, we're getting too many messages from him." And I'm like, "You guys are fucking weak, spineless little fucking worms. If you can't handle me messaging you in our group chat, trying to talk about fucking business, it's fucking lazy, unambitious bullshit that I was dealing with." And then they fucking turned on me when the shit hit the fan, and I had to go to the hospital. And now I don't even know what the narrative is at this point, but apparently somebody thinks I did somebody wrong. But I didn't do anything wrong to anybody. I had to take care of my mental health that I didn't know was in decline. And I guess everyone else noticed something was wrong with me, and I couldn't acknowledge that during the episode. But I acknowledge it now. And the thing is, they fucking made. It's all frustrating because all I wanted to do was succeed and do comedy on the road and have a good time doing comedy. But you have to have a mind for the business side of it, which I do. I've worked in sales. I've worked in comedy. Like, I've done this.
There is, that's the thing. There is a business end to comedy, and you have to kind of learn that. And if you're good at it, like a lot of people, like Gomez is pretty good at the business end of comedy.
I
That's
would
why
say
he's
he's
successful.
very good.
You know,
Right?
Like me, I'm an Italian guy who's not good at.
Do I give
Business.
away? I give away money.
I give away money.
I'm like the government.
But
my
I'm not even talking. I'm talking about just the soft skills of like going up to the manager of a club, introducing yourself, shaking hands with him, and having a real conversation with the guy, and building those relationships, and letting people know like I'm ready to fucking work.
Right.
Like I can work.
We're all tradesmen. That's what I say.
Yeah, well, honestly, that's a good mentality to have because of this cool guy shit. All these people who want to be Cumtown, because Cumtown got to succeed very passively. They showed up, started a Patreon 6-7 years ago, and it blew up.
Right.
And I think that's what the other two guys on my show wanted, was to just be able to show up and just have fun.
It don't work that way.
But it don't work that
but
way.
you
It's
do
like
have
you
to
got to
work
put
for
in some
8
fucking
years
you
to-
got to put in some fucking legwork, and you also have to actually develop your own shit and be a well-rounded fucking comedian.
Like those guys on Cumtown. First off, Nick Mullen, he was doing other shit before Cumtown.
Wait, what? A ton of stuff before that. Yeah.
Like he was pretty well known.
He was
'Cause
South by
I remember
Southwest.
I used to hang out at Creek, and everyone used to be like, well, they were all friends with those Cumtown guys. And, like, they would be like, my 3 buddies, they just started a podcast, and now they're fucking making a ton of money. And it's like, yeah, but that, like, it didn't, that's not how it probably went down, Or maybe it did. Who knows?
And now think of this: we're this show is in the same breath as the
Yeah,
Cumtown.
I know, right?
You know,
I know.
as the Cumtown.
We're
show.
going to catch you, Cumtown.
Yeah, we're
It's just-
climbing.
It's just like to come from I come from a pretty blue collar background. I grew up listening to the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. That was the first introduction to stand up that I had. So I like
You don't
understand.
come from money.
I don't come from
you're
money.
here on your own merit.
Here's the thing. I'm an only child, and
Right.
my dad, like, he's a veteran, and then as a kid he was a prison guard. So I come from a pretty fucked up.
That's like a typical.
It was awful.
So,
It was just a miserable upbringing, and it's still miserable. Like, if I call my dad, chances are he's gonna be drunk, and he's gonna be like mean. He's gonna say some shit that hurts.
But
And
that's what makes you funny.
yeah, but the thing, like, most comedians now, most people who get into the arts, they're rich kids. We're
They're-
surrounded by rich
They are
kids.
theater queers.
Yeah.
Like,
They're rich kids
that's
who
what they are.
they're rich kids who were losers in high school, who are trying to recreate what they didn't get to experience in high
I
school.
don't even believe that end. I know what you're saying because a lot of them are, but I don't even believe that shit. I think a lot of them were these fucking kids in high school that had a decent, like, you know, they just weren't like the fucking
They're
high
like
school
middle level
yeah,
popularity.
They just weren't
kids.
the high school fucking quarterback,
Right.
But like they had like a decent experience. Now they come here, right? They come into comedy for all the wrong reasons. I don't. There's a lot of comics I see in New York.
The easiest way
I
to get
don't
famous.
understand what they're doing up there. I don't know what they bring to comedy. Stand-up comedy. I don't understand. Like, there's a lot of them. Where
Yeah.
I'm like, why is this person? What is? This,
I think
what do they
I think
bring?
the only good comedians are the ones who should have to be dragged kicking and screaming to the stage in order to even do it.
Yeah.
I think the people that are like desperate to be famous, they're just like just want to be famous, want the followers, want the riches of comedy. That's like
And
what,
here's the thing:
that-
if they get that, what are you gonna do with it? Like, what are they gonna do with it?
What are you bringing to the table?
Like
that
they're
we
not
care?
they're not bringing anything different or anything. Like if some of these comics that we know, right, that the ones that, you know, with the Instagram and the fucking bullshit, if they get the fame, right, the fame, and they get the following, what do they do with it? That's why I like Gomez, because he has they have a big following. The Legion of Skanks, they have a huge
It was
following.
just a product to back it up.
I like them because at least they're having fun with a lot of their shit. At least they're keeping like kind of the obnoxious shock jockey comedy kind of alive. Like they're not doing anything. They're not groundbreaking. They're not doing anything, you know, fairly intelligent comedy. But at least they're having fun doing their show. That's why I like them. There's guys I see, if they get the fucking following, I'm like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna sit there and be like Pete Davidson. Like, same thing. Like, all his fans are 15-year-old girls. Who wants to fucking make
Yeah.
15-year-old girls laugh?
yeah.
I wouldn't mind their laughs.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. I know what you mean, though. It's like if what you're chasing after is attention and fame,
Right.
when you do get that, if that was your goal, for the most part, most people get that. They realize at that moment, oh, I don't even know what I want. I don't know what this is.
Exactly.
Because I don't think it's healthy to want attention or look for it or even get attention. It's a byproduct of like succeeding at comedy.
That's like another thing. Like a lot of comics who when you work the clubs, right? There's these comics that go in there and they're so fucking annoying, and they have this like sort of workplace environment.
Yeah, like another day at the office.
Like another
man.
day at the office. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like I never, when I work the clubs or even shows, I'm pretty quiet. I just kind of stick to myself. If like, you know, if I'm on a show with a couple of friends of mine, like we were with Hans Kim a couple weeks ago in the green room of Grove, we were laughing our fucking balls off with that guy. Fucking, but I like Hans Kim. I'll talk to Hans Kim, but I'm not one of these guys gonna go to the fucking green room. Is like I'm a social butterfly.
Yeah.
Comedy's not for
Do
the
you think you ever
social.
watch those people go
They're
and like
annoying.
like let's say like Maddie Smith birthday party thing happens. So like people from all different little circles show up
Yeah.
to say hi to Maddie Smith for
Right.
2 seconds.
Exactly.
There's always a couple people who group hop. They go
Yeah,
to every single circle.
Yeah, I
and
go
they make
tell
sure
her.
they say
Did you
hi
know
to
your
everybody.
Did you know your boss is out of his fucking mind?
Yeah.
Did you know you're working for a complete fucking sociopath? That's what I would say to her.
Oh, to Maddie? I wasn't even talking about her. I was just
No, I would.
I was
but
using her
just-
birthday as the
I
social.
know, I know how people are, and they're all up on her nuts right now because of her MTV success, and I just can't get past the fact that like Nick Cannon is just a complete
sociopath.
fucking
He's
monster.
a psycho.
His son died, and he was like, "Man, this is not lit." man, I cannot believe my son done died. Anyway, everybody watch America's Got Talent.
Ain't life a bitch? My
Man,
son's
ain't
dead.
that about a bitch? My goddamn son died.
Well, I'll be.
God damn it. Anyway, Wild Now's on MTV tonight. All right, peace, everybody. I gotta go grieve.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. I'm sure not his daddy.
Whoa, a monkey's uncle.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant-
Hey,
Whoa,
That's
Nick.
someplace
Sorry.
else, bub.
Sorry.
Not on this show. Not on my
Wait,
program.
what other podcasts? What other podcasts?
Shut up. No, it's mine.
I cannot believe one of my 12 children done died.
Yeah, he's got like 15 fucking kids, and then the other guy,
Then the kid dies, and he has another kid after that. Now his wife's pregnant again.
Man.
Who are we talking about?
Nick
I
Cannon.
don't
Oh,
even know.
yeah.
Maddie Smith. Who are we talking about?
We're talking about her boss.
What happened? Yeah.
Well,
right.
anyway.
Yeah, Maddie's got a cycle boss.
Does he have any kids with Mariah Carey?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have kids. Sure.
I wasn't sure.
Kanye's got kids with Kim.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I can't believe that Skeet tore that family apart.
He ain't
Did they
allowed
call
to-
him Uncle Skeet?
Yeah, he's not allowed around.
I love that people are trying to say that like they're worried about Kim Kardashian's emotional well-being, and I'm just like, cut the fuck,
Yeah,
fuck
She
off.
hasn't had emotions in years.
Like it's like if you were worried about that, y'all would have done something, over 20 years ago when
Yeah.
her dad was defending OJ.
Yeah, really.
Right.
Yeah.
You would have like it's like over the years it's like OJ killed Nicole Brown Simpson or
No, he did.
he
Yeah.
did.
He did. Come on.
And so then that's
Safe here,
that's
safe
where
here.
everybody hears the name Kardashian, and
Yeah.
then one day the sex tape leaks, and then who leaked it? It was fucking Kris Jenner. It was her
the mother,
mom.
yeah.
So it's like she has never at any point had anyone in her life give a fuck about her emotional well-being. They only care about the fame and fortune of the Kardashian family. So all of this whole Kanye saga, this public thing that's happening, it's good for business. It's just good for
It's
business.
amazing for them.
Yeah.
It keeps
Yeah.
them more relevant than ever.
Yeah.
Don't they have a show coming out too?
I'm sure.
Probably.
Don't they have there's like a new Kardashian show coming out?
And that's
I don't
like,
know.
And that's also
I'm
like
not
like Pete Davidson.
Yeah, it's called Keeping Away from the Kardashians.
Yeah, that's what he should do though. Like Pete Davidson, like, dude, like, what are you fucking doing? Like,
He's going to destroy his career.
like you're kind of ruining your. Yeah,
Nah, he's not gonna. He's be all right.
no,
I mean,
every
I
guy
guess,
who
but-
dates a Kardashian goes from here to down
I
here.
got it.
I wasn't
got it.
getting at that,
yeah,
but
he'll be all right.
maybe
Is that what happened to you?
Yeah.
What do you think I am?
Lamar Odom?
I was on a show on MTV about an Italian guy in his mom's basement.
VH1,
It
VH1.
was on VH1, and I won, and I got a date with Kim Kardashian,
It's not-
and my life really fell apart after that.
to date with Rob Kardashian.
Okay, should we
I
plug?
was trying to date Kylie Jenner.
yeah.
Should we plug our stuff?
We already. We don't have to plug. We'll just you.
Yeah, I'll cut
I have
it.
nothing to
Hold-
plug
hold on.
anymore.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
nothing. My
we'll take a
empire is
break.
collapsed.
Yeah, we'll take a break. We can do another.
Yeah, good night.
we'll do
I'll hang out.
I'm gonna cut it.